What is going on, ladies and germs? This is Bronco Juggalo, and today I am reviewing Splatter Farm, the 1987 shot-on-video classic. And when I say shot on video, I really mean shot on video. It was shot on a video cam recorder. Directed by twin brothers Mark and John Polonia, also directed by Todd Smith. The brothers and Todd are actually the main actors of the film, along with Todd's grandmother, Marion Castley, who plays Aunt Lacey. Now, during the movie, it was hard for me to tell who was who because the brothers look exactly alike. And I wasn't sure which one was Joseph and which one was Alan. John plays Joseph and Mark plays Alan. Todd plays the killer Jeremy. There is one other person in the movie, but they're only there for about a minute, and their title in the movie is The Woodsman. And he was played by Jeff Sedon, and his only point of being there was to be a victim. Two brothers visiting their aunt discover shocking and horrific secrets, and it leads to pure hell. I have to say, for what these guys had, technically five actors, a camcorder, and not a lot of experience, these guys did a great job for what they did. The movie is a little slow paced, but, what do you expect from a movie like this? I mean, these guys made it look like the movie was a bloodbath. They even killed some animals in the movie. They don't actually kill the animals. They don't actually show anything, but of the animal getting hit, but, they allude to it and there's a cutaway. But they did a really good job with this film, so much so that I have no cons for it. Yes, this is a shot-on video movie, so you have to give it certain things. This is a amateur production, you have to give it certain things. They weren't, very huge actors. The only acting they had done was stuff they had worked on themselves. The two brothers, Mark and John, they had been filming each other and filming themselves since they were little kids on Super 8. And they did a lot of Super 8 projects, on the weekends, things like that, while they were off. And they made these little short stories and stuff like that. And that's all good, but it's not, actual acting experience as far as, taking directions from somebody as a director, things like that. But they did a really good job in being self-taught, in my opinion. As I said, I have no cons for this movie. I thought it was extremely well done, especially the gore effects. Now, there's a lot in the gore effects. You can see, where the Jeremy is slicing his arm open. He's slicing his arm open and he's slitting his arm down. You can tell he's not actually cutting himself. He's running the blade along, and underneath the blade, they're shooting blood out. And, that kind of stuff. It was pretty much zero budget effects, but they looked pretty good for what they were, especially the finale effects. The finale kills were great. I really did enjoy them. I thought they were really cool. Yes, you could tell that it was a dummy standing there. You could tell that there was something being blown up. You could tell that, when they were chopping into a limb, it was, chicken particles and skin and bones and stuff that were on the other end, or ham or whatever. And you can tell because we're used to seeing this stuff. You can tell, but if you were watching this back in the 80s and the rough cut it was, things like that, it probably would have grossed you the fuck out. It probably would have been like, oh shit, you would have thought it was realistic. It's only now in high def that we can see everything is a little, different. But I think it looked great. I think they did an incredible job making it look good. I love that there was some humor in the movie. In the first 5 minutes of the film, our killer Jeremy, Todd Smith, he kills a guy, dismembers him, and then uses the hand to jerk himself off. The dismembered arm, he sticks it in his pants, and it was like, oh my God. It was hilarious. I loved that. Todd Smith as Jeremy is legitimately creepy. You could tell that this guy had some acting talent, in my opinion, because he was legitimately creepy and kind of scary. This is a guy that if you ran into on the street, you would be like, man, this guy's wanting to kill me right now. You could just tell by looking at him, and it would be unnerving, because he's not like, oh yeah, this guy wants to shoot me. No, this guy wants to disembowel me and then play with my insides and, fondle my entrails kind of thing. You could tell just by his acting performance that's, and it was good. It was really good. It was creepy. And I really enjoyed his performance. I gotta say, guys, that the finale of this movie, I really enjoyed it. They definitely went out with a bang, let's just put it that way. If you haven't seen Splatter Farm, you need to see Splatter Farm. Okay, now I'm going to give you some minor spoilers here. So, now that I've got all that stuff out of the way, let's get some minor spoilers that I just wanted to talk about. Aunt Lacey. Turns out she still has her husband's body in the barn or whatever, kind of a la, TCM 2 or something. And she goes out there and she's like, I'm so lonely. And she reaches into the husband's pants and tries to pull his dick out, and it turns to ash in her hand, which I fucking loved. It was so funny. Then we find out that the husband wasn't actually the husband. It was the brother. Jeremy is their kid. The brother raped her. She produced Jeremy, and she kept him, and he's already messed up in the head. She made him believe that he killed his father when in fact she had killed him. So she's just as bad as he is. She literally drugs one of the brothers just so she can fuck him. She then ends up fucking her own nephew because she wanted sex. She's a sick old bat, but it made me wonder, and I told my wife this, it made me wonder, man, I bet you this grandma was looking at the script and going, what the hell do you have me doing, Todd? Because she seemed like a sweet, nice little old lady, no? And I could just, imagine her going, man, I can't believe I'm doing this crap. But, at least she was game, and she, did it, and she helped him out, and, it became part of shot-on-video horror movie history. Guys, the reason that I reviewed Splatter Farm today is that I want to review Return to Splatter Farm for Wild Eye Wednesday. But I wanted to do this one first. I'm just weird like that. I like doing them in order. So I'm going to do Return to Splatter Farm next. I can't wait. I do recommend Splatter Farm. I got this one on eBay, I think, for about $20. I think it was around 20, maybe it was a little less. Definitely go and check this out. This is the Cult Classic Edition, which means that, and if you watch the documentary on this, the behind-the-scenes documentary or whatever, they talk about how the troubles they had editing back in the day and how limited they were. They were able to re-edit with new technology and give us a bit of a better product, in my opinion. And as they said, closer to the original script. So guys, come on back for when I do Return to Splatter Farm. It's going to be a splatterific time. This is Bronco Juggalo saying, peace.
Sometimes you just gotta ignore your enemies. Sometimes you just gotta make them bleed. I've headed up to here with all the fake shit. Fake friends huddled up, that's a snake pit. King Kong about to rumble on some ape shit. Stab you with some